Eat this, drink that, go.
Remember the wait times at the HCA East Florida Hospital emergency rooms, average in the single digits, less than 10 minutes. Just go to hcaeastflorida.com. List all the wait times for all the emergency rooms there, and they update those times every 30 minutes because emergencies do not wait for appointments. You know, one of the great things about South Florida is the bounty of what we have in this area, and sometimes we don't appreciate that enough. That's why we're pleased to be joined now by Michael Huter, the founder of Taste of Redlands, and Chef Vincent Gourmet, award-winning master chef at the Taste of Redlands. Good to see you again.
Good to
see you both. You know, we have so many wonderful things in South Florida that we don't appreciate. And I'm wondering, first, you didn't coin this term, but it's one that Webster defines. It's called a locavore, one who eats foods grown locally whenever possible. We have lots of stuff in South Florida. We don't eat it. We don't. Tell us what we have in front of us first.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of our mission. I mean, really what you're seeing in front of you are all these items that are picked just in the last week that grow here in South Florida. And a lot of people are completely unaware of the true bounty, as you said, of the things that we have here. And so the Locavore initiative really was to try to get South Florida more involved and more interested in what we grow here and learn about all the items that we have to offer.
And there's some wonderful events at Taste of Redlands that you can go to, and we'll tell you about those in just a minute. And Chef, you work down there and you take this wonderful bounty. You were telling me earlier that sometimes you'll cut a wonderful piece of fruit or a vegetable and really had never smelled or tasted the actual truth of what that vegetable or fruit should be.
I think that culinary people, and included chef and first myself, we forgot the real flavor of the product. When I meet Mike and we going to the farm and test directly the fruit of the vegetable, direct from the tree, and you say, oh my gosh, what is?
Like, did I ever taste this before?
After that, I say, you know, I need to be part of that program. I need to show all the chefs in Florida and over Florida and really show what is the real product and the quality of that.
Show us, your farm is how many acres? 10 acres approximately?
Well, I have a 10-acre farm, and we have lychee and avocado on that farm. And we encompass over 2,200 acres in South Florida and work with over 250 farms annually. So this initiative with Taste of Redlands is to really get people to enjoy that because it's unbelievable what we do here. We actually bring in and import most of what we eat, and then we export most of what we grow to, all over the United States.
What's wrong with that picture?
Well, it seems to be.
You've got some great things that you've sliced up here. What should we taste to let us know what this stuff is?
Well, what we're going to do very fast is the famous Florida tropical guacamole.
Right.
If you want.
Now, these are different avocados. These are grown here locally, obviously.
Yes.
And these are not the Haas avocados that we're used to.
Exactly. Most people have never tasted a tropical avocado in a guacamole. People that live in Florida have been fortunate enough to eat a Florida avocado. And we grow about 40 different varieties here in South Florida, and each of them have a different flavor profile. And but it's a tropical avocado as opposed to a Haas, which is a different climate. And that lends itself to what we call tropiguaca, which allows us to mix all these different ingredients, star fruit, dragon fruit, mango, passion fruit. And this is something that we always like to show people is we're the only place left in the USA that grows limes. There's only 50 acres left in the US, and they grow here. And they grow here in Florida. So now smell the difference when you smell a lime that's fresh picked. Yeah, you can actually smell.
You can smell what a lime should smell like.
Because it was picked a few days ago, right off the tree. So that's what goes into an item like this that allows you to really taste it.
Chef, why don't you go to it and make your famous guacamole?
Again, when they tell me I'm a master chef, no, I'm smart enough to use the right product. This is a big difference. When you have product like that, I'm going to do very fast the Tropi guacamole.
Okay.
So we're going to use...
Now that's a lot larger than the avocados we see.
Sure. And we have all different sizes. This variety is what's known as a Loretta. And, this is a Booth 8 avocado. Each of them have different qualities, different tastes. Some have a nutty flavor, some have a more of a tropical flavor. And again, that's what makes it interesting, that a Haas is really just one flavor profile. Whereas in this, you have multiple flavor profiles, textures, densities, and all types of different things.
I also like the size of it too.
Sure.
Yeah.
The size of it, these days you buy an avocado and Well, it doesn't last very long. They're pretty expensive when you go to a grocery store.
I mean, yeah,
Now-
one of that we do guacamole for 10 people,
Right.
easy, you know.
Now, where can we buy these things? That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
How
So
can we get-
avocado is sold here locally, so you usually go to your local grocery store and find tropical avocados. But again, unfortunately, most of what you see on this table ends up getting shipped all over the U.S. because it's really not introduced that well here. So what we did to do that, to give an opportunity for people to taste, is part of what we've done in our event lineup. We're inviting people to come into Redlands and visit farms and be able to actually taste, touch, feel, and have access to this. And then we're taking the farms out into the community through a variety of events. As we begin to change that through the locavore movement here and get more of the markets and grocery stores and places on board with carrying a larger variety of what we grow here.
For those who love the idea of farm to table, we've got farms here, and it's ready to go to your table. They've got a big event coming up at season opening at the Redlands Banyan on November 17th on a 15-acre farm. They have a 32-foot mobile kitchen with menus prepared by Chef Gourmet, featuring local Redlands raised vegetables and fruits and things like that. Florida fruits, vegetables, proteins such as locally caught seafood, another concept. Locally Florida raised Longhorn beef.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. Is that Longhorn came here to the U.S. In the late 1500s, and it's been in Florida since then, raised in North Florida, and it hasn't really been used that much in production. So we've been raising 400 head of cattle to introduce Florida Longhorn. And what's interesting about Longhorn is its nutritional profile. That regular ground beef, Angus or something, would have 280 calories with about 30 grams of fat and a little higher in cholesterol. Chicken is down in the 180 range. Longhorn is 140 calories with 3.5 grams of fat in a ground beef.
So why aren't we eating Longhorn? That's the question,
We're
right?
going too soon. We're
Right.
going to begin introducing it.
By the way, every Sunday they have they're open on the farm from 10 to 4 with that same format through June. It's an event series created to introduce people to farm life in the Redlands with some great locally produced food. All right, Chef, what did you put in there? You saw a bunch of things.
We're gonna just break down a little the avocado. We're gonna use some of the white dragon fruit,
Okay.
Dragon
And
fruit.
so this is a dragon fruit, folks.
All right.
some mango,
Mango, okay.
and that is the star of it. It's actually the white guava.
Oh, white
And what the
guava.
guava gonna do, it's gonna work like a sponge, so it's gonna absorb a little the water of the
Oh,
avocado.
nice.
Nice.
So a lot of people ask about that say the Florida avocado has a little more of a watery texture, but if you use some of the tropical ingredients like guava, it absorbs that and it helps give that creamy texture.
That's delicious.
We're gonna use some lime juice.
Some of the fresh lime juice.
You notice how
Fresh
much
lime
juice
juice.
is coming out of that lime.
Every second Sunday through May, they're hosting a ticketed brunch with abundant multiple stations simultaneously, with regular menus from the mobile locavore kitchen. Other upcoming events, they're going to be on Sunny Isles Beach. Partners with Taste of Redlands to create farm-to-table dinner for a 50-piece orchestra and 4 local soloists, February of 2020. What great
That's
event.
interesting.
Yeah, it's really good, I think.
Really good.
I like it. You know what this is going to go real well with?
What?
Me? 2480 Chardonnay.
Exactly.
This is one of my favorite Chardonnays on the
I know.
planet. And it's Bruce Orris, our friend, is a co-founder of 2480 Wines. Find them in your local wine shop, your higher-end wine stores, and wine bars, things like that.
It's easy to spot with the 2480
All right,
on
and the
label.
Cabernet is spectacular as well.
He does a blend as well, but it's sold out.
It
most
sells
of the
out so
time,
quickly, it's hard to get your hands on it. It's called Short-Ends.
And for
Okay.
the tropical guacamole, what we're gonna use, and we're gonna finish the flavor with some passion fruit. I already have, we just blend normally because
Okay.
you have a lot of seed. So I have the juice there directly from the fresh, just like a little splash.
And voila.
Makes- Not yet.
And just to note, the plantain
Some
chips,
salt
these
and
are
pepper.
fresh cut plantain chips. And a lot of times people take the time to peel the plantains, which is a lot of work.
Right.
So this is a straight green plantain and the skin is left on, so you just slice it
Slice
and
it
fry
up.
it. So you don't have to do all that work.
Right.
Oh,
And it has much
wow.
better flavor and nutrients.
Chef, the seeds that you put in there, what were they?
Just a touch of salt and pepper.
Okay.
Very,
salt,
very,
pepper.
very little.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And, okay, so this is a different guacamole. Remember, it's a different avocado and these wonderful foods.
That's
wonderful.
good.
Has a really fresh,
There's a freshness
It's
to it.
very, yeah, there's a freshness to it and lighter
Yeah,
in some
sure.
ways. Very, yeah.
You're doing fundraisers with Baptist Health and Avocado and Locavore Festival, a large outdoor 3-day festival with expected to attend about 15 to 20,000 visitors, November of 2020. So there's some great events. Chef, that was spectacular. Michael, we've got to get the word
Yes.
out because Taste of Redlands is
Yeah,
an important
people
thing
need
that
to-
we
yeah.
need to do more and more
well,
of.
one of the important things too is we're one of the largest economic sectors, agriculture in Miami-Dade County. We're one of the largest economic engines. We're one of the largest employers, and it's kind of overlooked. And,
Exactly. I don't
and
know
it's
why.
a place that's really reinventing itself in 21st century farming and sustainability. For example, you have Atlantic Sapphire that's putting in a salmon farm there with a multi-billion-dollar investment. And they'll be producing 200,000 tons of salmon out of Redlands. So it's fast becoming a place that's going to have
That's
an
amazing.
You get on the ground floor, but become a
Unbelievable
locavore.
Yeah,
learn
gotta
more.
be a locavore.
We're gonna post all of this stuff. Go to eatdistrictbago.com. We'll do all of it there and all of our social media platforms.
Do you guys want to try a few little items just to
We
taste?
will in just a minute, Michael. Just a second. We'll come back with more right after this on
Eat this, drink that, go.
Eat this, drink that, go.